background. I love it so much. So I'm glad to be here today and talking to all of you. Of course, we're going to talk about how to write formal emails, but there's so many other things that I want to talk to you about and ask you because it's almost the new year and we're going to be starting a whole new journey again. So, what are your plans and what do you expect from this channel? What do you want to learn from this channel? We will be talking about that. But now, let's talk about how to write formal emails. So, guys, I've realized that all of us struggle with writing formal emails, and formal emails are such that we require them at every stage in our career, right? We require them when we're applying for a job. We require it when we're, say, sending an email to a professor, either for a research position or, say, just asking to evaluate a project or something. You still need to write a formal email. We also need formal emails when we are communicating with our clients or colleagues in the company. And we also need to write formal emails when we are trying to network with new people. And all of us do make certain amount of mistakes when writing formal emails. So let's talk about that, right? So how I'm going to structure today's talk is that we're going to first imagine how an email actually looks, what are all the things that go in there, and then I'm going to talk about what are some of the main mistakes we do and how to avoid that, right? So, hey, hi guys, hi, so happy to connect with you all. All right, so starting with the subject line. Now, whenever we have to write a formal email, the first thing we need to do is write a subject line. Now, for most people, I think that this is like the weakest part of the email. So, say for example, you're applying for a job. So many people, they're so lazy, they will just write resume as the subject. I have also received emails where people don't even bother to write the subject and they just attach their resume and send. I do not open those emails. So, writing a proper subject line is very important. In fact, the subject line should be such that just by reading the subject line, people should at least get the gist of the email and what the email is actually about. So, say for example, you're applying for a job, right? You're applying for a job, you're applying for an internship. Don't so position, right? The moment you do that, if an HR or a hiring manager, anybody is reading your email, immediately they know which position are you applying to and what is the email going to contain. Or say, for example, you work for a company, yeah, and there's a meeting that was supposed to happen and the meeting is now being rescheduled. So instead of just saying meeting rescheduled as subject line, you can write, uh, say for example, data science meeting rescheduled to Friday 7 p.m. That could be your subject line. The moment you do that, immediately everybody knows that okay, this is what the email is going to contain. Now, if I want to get that meeting link and get further details about the meeting, I can of course open that email and I can read that email, right? So, writing a clear and concise subject line, very important. Okay, I hope everyone's clear. We good? Yeah. All right. So then coming to the next part, which is opening the email. Now, how many of you generally open your emails by writing dear sir slash madam? Right? So when a lot of us, we don't know who the person we are writing our email to, we generally open with that. But it's not a good way to do that. Why? Because if you think about it, nobody really likes to be given a gender option to choose from, right? If you're a sir, please choose sir. If you're ma'am, please choose ma'am. They don't like a gender option to choose from. So, what is better? Well, ideally, you should try and find out the name of the person. The more personalized your email is, higher are the chances that you would receive a reply from them. Okay? Now, in case you are not able to find the person, then what are you going to do? At least address them by their designation. So, say for example, you can write Dear Hiring Manager or Dear Talent Acquisitions Team. for example, that still looks more professional. Okay, so that is how you're supposed to address somebody. Now, coming to the introduction of your email. So, once you've actually greeted the person, comes the introduction, right? So, what are you supposed to do in the introduction? In the introduction of the email, you are immediately supposed to introduce who you are and what is the purpose of this email. Why are you writing this email? Please don't start with stories where there is like no clear understanding to the reader. Okay, why is this email even written to me? Immediately say for example, I would write, Dear hiring manager, I am Neha Agrawal, student of say so and so college, and I'm writing this email to explore any possible opportunity at your organization. If you're applying for a particular job, particular role, you can also mention that. The moment somebody reads that, immediately they are clear, okay, what is this email about and what am I going to get in the next few paragraphs. Make sense? Yeah. Then coming to the body of the email. In the body of the email, you're of course supposed to elaborate so on the point of discussion. So here in the body of the email, especially if you let me talk about like jobs, right? When you're going for jobs and you're writing a formal email, make sure that you explain why you are a good fit for that position, why they should hire you, like what makes you different, and of course the most important thing, how can you add value to the company. A lot of people say, please hire me because it will really help me in advancing my career, it will be the next best step in my career, so if you give me an opportunity I will really be able to grow. No, see, think from the hiring manager's perspective. Today, if they are hiring you and they are paying you a certain amount of salary, and at the end of the day, if only they are going to get benefited out of it, I mean, if you are only going to get benefited out of it, then what is the point, right? They want to know how are you going to add value to their company. So talk about that with your experience. How can you add value to that company? How are you planning to contribute to that company? That is the main. Other than that, of course, when you're writing like general emails, whatever be the agenda. Hello, can I check with you all? Whoever is online, are you able to hear me? Are you able to hear me? Yes, thank you so much. Thanks. Right. Oh, loud and clear. Okay. Right. So we were talking about the body of the email, and I was saying that it's like a general email that you're writing, for example, to a client, to a colleague, to a friend. Then, in that case, whatever you're writing in the body of the email, make sure it's to the point. Again, no stories, please. Nobody likes to read long emails. And try and bring the most important points in bullets. The moment the information is in bullets, it's easier for people to follow. Okay, so that is what you can do for your body of the email. Then comes the concluding paragraph, or uh, or the conclusion of an email. So what are you supposed to do here? Again, what most people do is that they leave it open. I look forward to hearing from you. Right, most of us will do that. Instead of writing that, it is better that you give a clear call to action so that the reader knows what you're actually expecting from them. So, say for example, you write an email to your boss, and your boss is actually supposed to evaluate a report that you're submitting. So, instead of saying, please find my report attached, I look forward to hearing from you. Instead of that, you can write, please find my report attached. I look forward to receiving your feedback on the same. So, or if you have a deadline, you can say that the deadline to submit the report is on Tuesday. Therefore, I look forward to receiving your feedback by Monday. Thank you for your consideration. Yeah. That way, it is very, very clear to the readers to what are they supposed to do and by when are they supposed to do that. Right? Makes sense, no? So that is how you can write the conclusion of your email. Similarly, if you're going for a job position, instead of just saying, I look forward to a favorable response, please don't write these things. Instead, what you can do is you can say that I would love to share more details about my experience and about my achievements. So please let me know if we can connect for a short interview, right? So the moment you do that, again, people know that you're expecting an interview and you're expecting to take this forward. So it's a very clear call to action for the reader. All right. Then coming to the signature. How many of you do not have an email signature? What I mean by email signature is like your name, designation, where are you employed, phone number, email address, everything at the end of the email. How many of you have it? How many of you don't have it? Email signature. I think you have. Okay, I think few people don't. All right. So, guys, if you don't have an email signature, please go right now and prepare one. It's very simple. All I think email providers have that. So on Gmail also you can create like your own email signature, which automatically comes in every email, and you don't like have to type it out every time. So in your email signature, please have your full name, your current designation, which company or university are you in right now, and your phone number, email address also you can write there. Okay, so that's very important, because if somebody is receiving your email and all those details are written, firstly establishes credibility, authenticity. It's not like some spam email they are getting, right? Because all the details are given there. And secondly, it's very easy for a person to contact you or get in touch with you. Okay. I also receive a lot of emails from students, from people, and also like a lot of emails for like collaboration and stuff. But if they don't have a proper email signature, I am not able to trust them, and that's why I don't reply to those emails. So it's very important that you have your own email signature. Okay. And finally, coming to the attachments that you should have in your email. Here, so many people make that mistake. So, when you're applying for a job, people submit attachments with like name resume or resume underscore final or resume underscore version 5. Or if you're submitting a report, you will just like write a report and submit. Please don't do that. You cannot expect a hiring manager to download your resumes and then also rename your resumes and then store it with them, right? So what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to rename these documents and make sure it's legible to whoever is downloading it. For example, instead of just writing resume, you can write your name, for example, Neha Agrawal, resume underscore Wise Up Communications, or whichever company you're applying to or whichever position that you're applying to. Please write it like that. The moment you write it, immediately the hiring manager knows who you are, what that document is, and which position are you applying to. So it's easier for them. Similarly, if say for example you're submitting a report, instead of just writing report, you can write again, say for example app development report underscore, and you mention the date of when that report was last edited. The moment you write that, anybody receiving it will know that okay, this is like the latest version of the report that I'm getting, and it's so much easier to track as well, instead of writing version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4, right? So please do these things. The moment you do that and the moment you craft your email like this, immediately it will establish credibility, authenticity, and it will show that you're somebody who knows how to communicate professionally. Yes. So this brings me to talking about my course on accomplishing effective communication, which is starting this 5th of January. And in this course, we are, of course, going to learn in detail how to write formal emails. I'm going to share a lot of examples with you. But along with that, we're going to cover a lot of other topics which are important for you to communicate professionally. So, like how to initiate conversations with people, how to speak in group discussions, how to write formal emails, how to deliver and prepare presentations, and how to communicate in interviews. So these are all very target oriented topics that we are taking, so that you immediately see an effect in your whenever you're communicating professionally, right? And we do a lot of exercises, we practice with the class, so that you are able to build that confidence of speaking in English fluently, because the more you practice, the better you get. And when we create a community of people like this, where there are 15, 20, 30 people together, all of them practicing and trying to improve their English, immediately it builds a sense of, uh, community, and a sense of confidence, that yes, if there are so many people together with me and all of them have like the same goal, I can do it too. So, if you would like to join the course, it is starting this 5th of January. We have also a promotion that is running right now. So, if you want to join the course, you can use the promotion code, which is WISEUP10. I'm also going to write that in the chat. The promo code is WISEUP10. We have very few seats left for the promotion, because we're offering that to only first 20 people who register. Most of the seats are already filled. So, if you actually want to join the course and avail this promotion, then you should register very, very soon. Okay. So, I look forward to seeing you in the course, and coming to the next topic. So, that's all that I wanted to talk to you about formal emails. And now, coming to the next part, where we're beginning a new year, as I told you. And I would love to know what kind of content you would like to see on the channel, whether you want me to make more research based content, study abroad content, in general communication skills content, or something else altogether, if you're like just bored with whatever I'm whatever I've been making. So let me know, because I am super excited. I am finally in a place where I can work towards this channel. I can work to help you guys with your career. So I have that time, I have that capacity. So let me know, because I am here to work really hard in 2023, and I hope you all will work with me too. Yeah. So thank you so much, guys. It was such a pleasure interacting with all of you today. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the course. Okay. So the link for the course is given in the description. I will also put it in the pinned comment for you to see. Okay. So thank you so much, and bye, and have a great, great week ahead, and wish you all a very happy new year. Have a brilliant time, and then let's start this year fresh and full of energy to achieve whatever we aspire for. Okay. So thank you so much, and bye, and take care.